Frequently asked questions, general travel insurance questions.
Oh, these are like questions about the old days.
I was going to say these might be easy. If you come home early, do you get a refund for the number of days remaining in your policy?
Yes, so early return refunds are available for all of our companies. You just have to satisfy the requirements of the insurance company. So you have to, first of all, provide proof of your early return. So that would be like a boarding pass. This year, it's all about boarding passes because no one's driving, at least not yet, for the most part. Although if you're shipping your car, then you would be driving home. And so you need to provide just proof of when you cross the border. And then you also have to get the proof of early return to us in a certain some policies have time limits, and you have to get us those receipts by a certain time. So as long as you satisfy those requirements, you can get a refund for the number of days remaining. Typically, the insurance company charges a fee. If there's no fee, there's definitely a minimum refund, all that good stuff.
Absolutely. And if you have a claim, you're actually not eligible for a
Right.
refund,
Yeah.
or if you're intending to make a claim. So if you haven't made the claim yet and you're asking for a refund, you may want to balance out what the claim amount would be versus the
Right.
refund and decide what you want to do.
Aha. Which starts to answer this question. What happens if you made a claim, but it was rejected?
Well, then what we would do on your behalf is we would contact the insurance company, let them know that you had started a claim, and sometimes people even stop the claim before they proceed. They've just made the call to make sure the insurance company is aware. And then we would ask them to review your case individually and see if it would be allowable to still complete the early return refund. And usually they do because no claim was paid. Do policies for under 55-year-olds with no medical questionnaire still exist? Or do you have to get a policy with a questionnaire for adequate coverage?
I think that policies with no medical questionnaire still exist for the under 55s, and sometimes it's under 60, depending on the insurance company. So you just have to really, shop around, and like if you call MediQuote, we will shop around for you to get you the best options. Like sometimes if you're healthy, it's not a bad idea to answer a questionnaire. That way the insurance company knows that you're healthy, and then you get a better price. If you're not so healthy, maybe it's not such a great benefit to answer a medical questionnaire, and so maybe you wouldn't want to answer a medical questionnaire in that case. But it all depends on what options are available, and all the factors that go into getting a quote for travel insurance. If your medical conditions do not change, why is an age bracket surcharge applied?
Because the warranty runs out? What insurance companies do is they take a look at the average of claims in your age group. Um, So typically the one in my mind that sticks out is when you turn 75. To me, that seems to be a very big difference in pricing. And I think it's simply due to statistics and the number of claims they see for somebody in the age group of 75 to 80 versus the 71 or to 74 age group. Um, so even though your medical conditions don't change, your age has changed, and the statistical probability of you having a claim goes up. So that extra candle hurts.
That's for sure.
What if your age changes during your trip? Is it based on your age on the day of departure or the day you buy your policy, Lori?
Yeah, so you know what? Once your policy is locked in, if your age changes on your trip, like if you have the big 7-0 or the big 6-0 or whatever it is during your trip, it doesn't affect anything. Um, the question would be then, is the rate based on your age on the day of departure or on the day you buy your policy? Because let's say your age changes between the day you get your quote and the day that you depart on your trip. You really want to buy a policy from a company that will base your rates on your age at time of purchasing the policy. And that way, if you purchase for your birthday, you get a better rate. You kind of get the younger age band rate for this one last hurrah, this one last trip.
Exactly.
Okay, what expenses does your provincial healthcare plan cover outside of Canada?
Um, well, your provincial healthcare plan covers you for medical costs to the same value had that medical situation occurred at home. Um, they do not cover any land ambulance, air ambulance, or repatriation if somebody passes away in either another province or another country. Um, so they do cover to the same value other medical costs. So if a broken leg here at home were to be $10,000 to fix, but you were at a location where it was 20,000, they would only cover the initial 10. Will your rates increase for 2021? And if so, when?
Yeah, that is the age-old question. We always get that question. And, for the first time, this year, it is just so incredibly difficult to know what the future holds. Um, in the past, we would say, yes, rates increase every kind of summer for the next fall travel. And sometimes insurance companies put on like an early bird sale. So they'll hold off their rate increase, and then people can purchase their insurance during the summer at the reduced rate, kind of last year's rate. But yeah, it's hard to know what's going to happen this year again, just because of COVID. And a lot of that will probably depend on like what happens with COVID claims. Everyone that is traveling right now is looking for coverage for COVID. And, you know, will the insurance companies see a lot of claims for COVID? Will they pay more than they thought they would pay? It's hard. They didn't know what to base their prices on for this season. So I'm quite certain they don't know yet what their prices will be based on for next season. So you'll have to stay tuned and find out what's going to be in store for next year, because even we have no idea what to expect.
Yeah, the crystal ball's a little dusty.
It is. And that is the end of our questions. So thank you very much for joining us today. And if you saw something that or had a question that we didn't answer, please send your questions to us. And our email address specifically for questions is below, webinar@mediquote.ca. So we would love to have your questions so that we could answer them for you. So please do send that to us. You can always visit us online. Our website is always open, www.mediquote.ca. You can call us at our toll-free number for a quote. You can get online quotes by going to our website, and all the good stuff that websites have. And that is everything. So thank you very much. Thank you, Pam, for joining me, and it was
Thanks
a
for
pleasure.
sharing with me.
And I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day.